Hi there. Today I had a realization as I was working with a client who is a bereaved parent, lost an adult child. And I've been seeing her for a while. And we're speaking about, obviously, about loss and grief and difficulty and the challenges that arise through that. And I noticed something quite profound through the somatic experience course that I've done recently about understanding how trauma affects us in our bodies. And I discussed this with her today because I think in the past how I would always deal with firstly my own life and trying to encourage those around me was just be positive. Just you can control what goes on in your mind. You be in the space where you want to be. And somatic experience teaches us that in order to come to the place of healing, this beautiful place of healing here, we have to first go into the traumatic space. So while people might say, wow, that's really looking at the negative before attending to, before coming to that place of positive, who wants to be in the negative? But if we don't go to that place of difficulty, we won't come to the place of healing. So while we can't change the facts of this client of mine, the fate that happened to her child, what we can change is how she lives with it, how she carries this burden throughout her life. And this is something that can inspire you as well in your life. How do you deal with your difficulties and your challenges? And as I said, my thinking from the past was just be positive. Everything's going to be okay. I have faith. I'm not alone. Everything will be fine. And actually, somatic experiences, emotional first aid for trauma, teaches us to go to that place of pain, to give it some attention, to honor it, that it's there. It's a part of you. It wants to be dealt with, not just saying, oh, this is good in my life and this is good in my life. Yes, those things are good in our lives and we do need to acknowledge them and be grateful for them. But we also have to give pain and difficulty its moment. Like that child in us that just needs the hug. We need to be able to go to that vulnerable space and place and just be there for it. And this is when we can move out of it and into the healing. I often say to people that it's like a dog who brings you a ball and it's nagging you, throw the ball, and you don't throw the ball, and the dog will nag you until you throw it. And once you've thrown the ball, the dog is happy. You've thrown the ball, you've given him some attention. Obviously, he'll want you to throw it again, but his initial happiness is the ball got thrown for me. And I think this is what challenge and difficulty is in our lives as well. If we keep trying to ignore it, it's going to be like that dog, keep wanting us to throw the bone. But if we actually go to it and we sit with it and we be with it and we go to our pain, our struggles, our difficulties, our traumas, and we just give it some attention and some love, and we say, I know you there, and we feel what it feels like to be in that place of heartbreak or pain or discomfort, then we're able to let it go. And this is the beautiful process that somatic experience allows and gifts people with, being able to move out of this place of trauma or challenge or difficulty and into a healing realm. So I invite you to be in touch with me if you want to experience this. And then it reminded me of the book by M. Scott Peck, The Road Less Traveled, and his opening lines in the book are quite profound, and I just want to read them to you. And it starts off speaking about problems and pain, and this is what he says: life is difficult. This is a great truth, one of the greatest truths. It's a great truth because once we truly see this truth, we can transcend it. Once we truly know that life is difficult, once we truly understand and accept it, then life is no longer difficult. Because once it is accepted, the fact that life is difficult no longer matters. So if we were expecting life just to be Disneyland or Mauritius, then obviously when the daily challenges come up for us, we're going to be in a hard place. But if we know that life comes with challenge and difficulty, and they're here not as stumbling blocks, but as stepping stones for us, something through this challenge is going to reveal something to me about myself that I did not already know, then life is not so challenging. And if we're not too scared to go there, then we can be blessed with the gift of coming to that healing vortex. So I hope this has been somewhat inspirational for you when I made this connection. It felt quite deep for me, and I'm happy to have shared